Michelle. Today we will learn about review properties of whole numbers. Addition and multiplication have properties that can help make computation easier and faster. In math competitions, knowing the different properties is always helpful, especially if you are under time pressure. Let's try to find out what these properties are. The first one is commutative property of addition. Means that changing the order of the addends does not affect the sum. If x and y are any two whole numbers, then x plus y equals y plus x. Examples: 12 plus 5 equals 17, and 5 plus 12 equals 17. Therefore, 5 plus 12 equals 12 plus 5. Next, commutative property of multiplication. Means that changing the order of the factors does not affect the product. If x and y are any two whole numbers, then x times y is equal to y times x. Examples: 5 times 8 equals 40, and 8 times 5 is also 40. Then, associative property of addition. Means that changing the grouping of the addends does not affect the sum. If A, B, and C are any three whole numbers, then A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Examples: 7 plus 9 plus 2. We can group the numbers in different ways to find the sum. 7 plus 9 plus 2 equals, open parenthesis, 7 plus 9 close parenthesis plus 2. In the first example, the parentheses are around the numbers 7 and 9. To solve the problem, you first find the sum of the addends inside the parentheses. Open parenthesis 7 plus 9 close parenthesis plus 2. 7 plus 9 equals 16. Then you add 16 to the 2 to get the total of 18. 16 plus 2 equals 18. Sometimes grouping the numbers differently will highlight the pattern that makes the problem easier to solve. Instead, in the grouping of 7 and 9, we can group the 9 and the 2 inside the parentheses. To solve this problem, we first find the sum of 9 plus 2 because they are inside the parentheses. 7 plus 9 plus 2 equals 7 plus open parenthesis 9 plus 2 close parenthesis. 9 plus 2 is equal to 11. Then you add 11 to the 7 to get the total of 18. 7 plus 11 equals 18. Next, associative property of multiplication. Means that changing the grouping of the factors does not affect the product. If A, B, and C are any three whole numbers, then open parenthesis A times B close parenthesis times C is equal to A times open parenthesis B times C close parenthesis. Example: open parenthesis 9 times 7 close parenthesis times 12 equals 9 times open parenthesis 7 times 12 close parenthesis. We have 9 times 7 is equal to 63, and 63 times 12 is equal to 756. On the right side, we get the product of 7 times 12, because they are inside the parentheses. 7 times 12 equals 84 times 9. We get 756. Next, identity property of addition means that any number added to 0, the sum is the number itself. Example, 0 plus 120 equals 120, or 120 plus 0 equals 120. The number 0 is the only number which, when added to any whole number, results to a sum equal to the same whole number. Next, identity property of multiplication means that any number multiplied by 1 or to 1 is the number itself. If A is any whole number, then A times 1 equals A, or 1 times A equals A. Example, 345 times 1 equals 345, or 1 times 345 equals 345. Next, distributive property of multiplication over addition means multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each addend by the number and then adding the products. For any three whole numbers A, B, and C, we have A times open parenthesis B plus C close parenthesis is equal to open parenthesis A times B close parenthesis plus open parenthesis A times C close parenthesis. Example, 6 times open parenthesis 7 plus 8 close parenthesis is equal to open parenthesis 6 times 7 close parenthesis plus open parenthesis 6 times 8 close parenthesis. Example, 6 times open parenthesis 7 plus 8 close parenthesis equals open parenthesis 6 times 7 close parenthesis plus open parenthesis 6 times 8 close parenthesis. So we have 6 times the sum of 7 and 8. 7 plus 8 equals 15. Multiplied by 6, we get 90. Then the other one, 6 multiplied by 7 equals 42 plus 6 multiplied by 8 gives 48. So 42 plus 48 equals 90. Last, zero property of multiplication means that any number multiplied by 0, the product is 0. If A is any whole number, then A times 0 equals 0 times A equals 0. Examples, 6 times 0 equals 0. 0 times 47 equals 0. Before we end, let's review again the properties of whole numbers. First, commutative property of addition. Second, commutative property of multiplication. Third, associative property of addition. Fourth, associative property of multiplication. Fifth, identity property of addition. Sixth, identity property of multiplication. 7. Distributive property of multiplication over addition. And the last, zero property of multiplication. That's all for today, kids. I hope you enjoy learning. See you in our next video. Bye!